Your career, it hinges on the rooms you can't get into. You're building your music, your brand, your network, but the real game changers, they're behind closed doors. Exclusive events, private showcases, industry dinners, the places where deals get done and careers are launched. But how do you get past the velvet rope? It's not just about who you know, it's about knowing how to know. And the truth is, most people get it wrong. They think it's just about luck or being famous, but it's a strategic game. And if you don't know the rules, you're left outside looking in. And even if you get in, how do you make the most of it? But here's the secret. There's a system, a way to navigate the hidden pathways of the music industry. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly how to get access to those exclusive events and how to turn those opportunities into real career growth. Because the next big step in your music career, it's waiting behind a door you just need to know how to open.
I started throwing parties like when I was like really young. And I was just like working for other promotion companies. Now it's like talking about like 16. I'm 41 now, so that's a long time ago. That's 25 years ago.
41?
And I
You look 41.
Oh, no?
No.
I don't feel it at all. I feel like I'm 25.
That's amazing.
And that's when I decided to go into artist management. And I love it. It's been almost 10 years now. And just so many different people that I've worked with and collaborators and co-managers. And it's just been an awesome journey. And one of the first artists that I managed was Ricky, who is Nitty, who is half a side piece. Where he's ended up getting to in his career has been awesome. And, he's been nominated for Grammys and he's won some Latin Grammys and stuff like that. And, I've had all different types of artists that do all different type of stuff, but it's been really cool just in being part of that ride and being part of people's journeys and, watching their careers take off. So I love artist management and I'll probably do this until I retire. Miami Music Week stems from Winter Music Conference. Winter Music Conference is a conference that would host an event and where they'd bring speakers and go over topics and stuff, just like you see some of the other, IMS and these different types of conferences, right? So I think just like that dynamic has changed the way that people move, what people are looking for. It took a very concentrated thing and it broke it down a lot. And because that ability to network has been broken down so much, it's become more of a party than it has become a networking scenario. I think rather than finding out the right way is kind of knowing the definitely wrong ways and the do-nots, right? And I think there is a right way. So I kind of just go back and forth between both of them. I definitely think somebody going out there that really is like on the cusp of like having a moment or, whether it's a DJ or promoter or anything that you really like, you're really buzzing, right? If you're not really buzzing at all, take that week to do homework. Like literally, like there's no point to be talking to somebody and trying to reach out to these DJs and these artists and all these people, these publishers, everybody that's around and you're not ready. I'm talking about when you're ready, right? And if we're talking about like reaching out to like the top of the food chain, like be ready, right? Have your shit together. Definitely shoot your shot. Definitely keep it short. And don't have this expectation of having a long-winded conversation if the artist is not showing that that's what he wants right now. And being able to know like the people on their teams that maybe you could have a longer conversation with, or it would be even better to send their music to them. And then at that point, you can follow up with not just the artist, but the team. Look, a lot of producers and DJs, the scene has kind of changed this way too, where like a lot of the producer DJs were the guys that were actively out in the scene. Like they were partying, they were in the scene, they're DJing parties. They were very like their introduction to the industry has been a lot different. And I still keep up with new DJs and I keep up with new trends and I keep up with new genres. And if you want to have that longevity, like really love it and be passionate about it. And like, it's not just like this quick thing, let me copy this or let me be part of this wave or let me be part of this trend. It's like, no, I'm here to stay. I will be here for life. But I think it's really important to mention though, like there are events that are like built to just network. And I think like people should like seek out those events because the best place to network is not necessarily when, an event based around booking multiple DJs throughout the day. right? Because that's just a party. That's just like, just an event. There will be a lot of events that are made to be networking type of events. So like I've been to every agencies has a network event one of the days. A lot of the blogs have a network event one of the days. Somebody like Blondish, she did a paddle event. Diplo does his Diplo's Run Club. Cascade did it one year as well.
Where do you recommend people look for those? Because I feel like sometimes those, unless you're already kind of in the loop, are harder to locate online.
Well, yeah, I think that's definitely part of it. But now that people know they exist, it's a lot easier to find.
True.
It's the first part is not like knowing that it even exists, and after that, like, yeah, like I might get, because I have artists on like most of the agencies, so I'm going to get the agency invite, right? And that doesn't necessarily go wide, but you might have a friend that's at an agency that got the email that has a +1. And then you start to work your angles that way. A couple guys like DJ Tennis, he does like his tennis thing, and then you have like, I went to a really cool party last year where somebody hosted at a really nice cool dinner, just invited like 50 people, and it was just like this whole thing, and you got to just chill and eat, and it was just like, there's a lot of those, but you just have to like follow people's pages and kind of know who's kind of that artist that would do something like that. Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, no, that's good advice, because like the better events are the ones that you kind of have to dig for. They're the ones that are not like, I have this opinion on gatekeeping that like a lot of things should be gate kept. You know, like I give advice freely, like I'm an open book. And I know like you seem to have that mentality with how you present yourself on social media, but you like, not everything is for everybody. Like there's things that I do now that like 5 years ago, that version of me wouldn't be ready for. And I didn't belong in that room. And now I do. Yeah. So I think that's really important to mention.
Yeah. The DJ fees. I mean, DJ fees for bigger artists are getting dropped down to nothing, you know? And it's just the nature of the event. It is supposed to be an event where a week where you can be in, not at parties, go shake hands, have moments. Right. Like it does so well for content, right? Like if all you got out there was dope content, you played 4 or 5 shows and, you know, you got to shake hands with X, Y, and Z, meet a couple people. I mean, it's worth it. Right. So you kind of got to go in there with that mindset of like, hey, by any means necessary. But, you know, I think at the end of the day, you know, as everybody goes from just being new to the scene to growing, your relationships develop. And if you're like just new entirely and you don't have any relationships and you can't get the +1s and you can't do any of these things, then that's just your reality. And that's just unfortunate. But like, you know, as you grow, you might have that one connection where you could get into that venue or go get connected with that artist or go be at that event. And you need to really figure out who you can lean on for those different types of things, you know, and a lot of people like, you know, there's a little bit of like, just how savage do you want to get? But if I was there and I had no money or resources and I wanted to be part of this event, I would have contacted the promoter in January and I would have been like, yo, I will promote this event. Every day I'll make a post. Can I please get just a +1, me +1, GA, right? Whatever you can do it, right? And I'll promote it. I'll share it. Whatever. Do you need help? Blah, blah. You know, you got to get scrappy. You got to get scrappy depending on where you're at. And, you know, I would say to do whatever you got to do. But for artists, Mind the Music's week is not a week that you should just let pass by. So figure it out.
Mic drop.